I disconnected my phone.
Now you are on your laptop.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Good. Okay. I need to send a message. People are still waiting, I think.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Nikhil. Mhm. Okay, friends, let's begin the class. So there was a little bit of homework. There was a text I asked you to read, and I kind of emphasized that you please do read. Only then the class is more fun when you can interact and respond to the questions we ask when you have read. When you are in the class without doing your share of homework, your share of work, it's difficult. Hello, Sahil. Hello, Mukarram.
No, sir.
And whose story was it, guys, in Unit 6?
It was the Coach family.
Okay, a family. Okay. They make, if you have to paraphrase, if you have to tell me what you read, okay? You know what I'm asking you to do? No question, no answer. You read a story about a family. They make beer or wine. Beer.
Good evening,
Okay.
sir.
Hello, Aki. So you can tell the story a little bit, right? What did you read? Can you tell me the summary of what you read? Try this, ask yourself. You don't have to do this in front of me. You can try this with yourself. You read the story and then you tell, okay, I'll tell myself a summary of the story, what I read. Let's find out. Read the article about Jim Koch. Koch. Answer the questions. What's his family's business? They make
Beer.
beer. They run a brewery.
Beer.
They run a
Brewery.
brewery. Okay. Did you learn this word brewery? Okay, don't worry. Let's go through the text first. The Koch family has brewed beer for 6 generations.
Has brewed beer for 6
Has
generations.
brewed beer for 6 generations. An action started in the past has continued to the present. This is the explanation for the use of the present perfect in this sentence. And the Koch family has brewed beer for 6 generations. Here, notice the verb. We make everything, okay? The most common verb is make. If somebody who doesn't know brew, suppose somebody asked you, what does brew mean? What does brew mean? You will say it means make, to make, right? If you brew beer, you make beer. It's a process, right? Like you make something, you brew beer. Again, you don't brew rice, you don't brew a chicken curry, okay? You brew beer, you brew coffee, all right? The Koch family has cold drinks. I'm not very sure about that. The Koch family has brewed beer for 6 generations. In Hindi, we will say, Koch family, पिछले 6 generations से beer बना रही है.
beer बना रहे
right?
हैं.
In English, this is so funny. Neha, notice this, Neha. The Koch family has brewed beer for 6 generations. But in Hindi, you will not be able to say anything other than this. This sounds the most natural. Koch family पिछले 6 जनरेशन से, पिछली 6 पीढ़ियों से बियर बनाती आ रही है, बियर बना रही है, right? Exactly. But when Jim Koch wanted to continue the family tradition, wanted to continue the family tradition,
the family tradition.
his father thought it was a very bad idea. His father thought it was a very bad idea. What are you looking for? Take a look at this here for you. How would you like to read this word? Everybody.
Idea.
Idea.
Read the
Idea.
word, please.
Idea.
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 Oh, I'm sorry.
Stress should be
Okay.
on
Idea.
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 Yes. I'm very glad that some people tried to read it the right way. The purpose of yesterday's class was to help you understand the, how these, stress marks are useful, right? Stress
Yes.
marks are very useful. They guide us with the rhythm of the word. How will you say it?
Idea.
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 And most people,
Idea.
pronounce
Idea.
idea. That's the reason a lot of people from England, America, when you say that word, will not understand you because they don't know what idea is, because they know idea. As you can see here, the stress mark is before this vowel sound. So it's not idea, it's idea. So it was not a very good idea. But again, everybody around you will say idea, idea. एक idea जो बदल दे आपकी पूरी दुनिया. Things like this, you hear?
Yeah.
So fine. When you speak Hindi, you say idea, no problems. But in English, it is not idea, it is
Idea.
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 I seem to have run into some sort of problem. When I'm casting my screen, somehow I'm not able to hear the sounds correctly. So I'll just turn it off. I won't be able to show anything on the bigger screen today. I'll have to go get some, wire HDMI cable. Okay, idea, everybody. Let's listen.
Idea.
Okay,
Idea.
idea. Okay, it is idea, not idea. The stress is on the second syllable.
Idea. Idea.
Idea, idea,
Idea.
It is idea. It's not idea. It's not idea. Okay. Don't stress the first syllable. Stress the second syllable. Idea. Moving on. So his father thought it was a very bad idea. He said, Jim,
You have done some dumb things.
you've done some dumb things in your dumb. D-U-M-B, dumb. B is silent,
Dumb.
everybody.
Dumb.
B is silent.
Yeah.
The other day, I read the word T-O-M-B, tomb. Do you remember?
Yeah.
I read the word T-O-M-B, tomb. And today I'm reading dumb. Again, I'm keeping B silent. Isn't it enough message for you that, okay, when you have M and B together, then B is silent? Now I'll give you a third word, N-U-M-B.
Numb.
N-U-M-B. How will you read
Numb.
it?
Numb.
Numb. Numb. Not numb. It's not numb. It's numb. Okay. So when you have this MB together, the B is silent. When? In the middle of a word, or in the at the beginning of a word, or at the end of a word? At the end of a word. Okay. Okay. So let's continue. It was Jim. He said, Jim, you've done some dumb things in your life, but this is the dumbest. Jim, you've done some dumb things in your life, but this is the dumbest. This is the dumbest. Dumbest. Yeah. Dumbest? No, dumbest.
Dumbest.
Now, there are two things, guys. There are two things. Tell me that this idea is an unheard idea, a strange idea, or everybody knows that in English there are silent letters. The idea that in the English language there are silent letters. Is this a very unheard idea, a secret thing, or everybody knows about it, that there are such silent letters? Everybody knows. Then why is it that people don't know dumb? That D is silent, T-U-M-B, tomb. Why don't they know this? If the idea is common, everybody knows that there are,
because they don't listen that word often.
Point mark, Mukarram. I want to call you Markram.
It is okay, sir.
So, see, exactly the point. Knowing the idea as a rule takes 1 minute, 2 minutes, one or two examples. But I won't say that I will know every time there is a silent letter in English, because English has a lot of words. There are some words I've never heard before. Okay. So maybe I will not know sometimes, but definitely as a learner, as a teacher, both. Okay. You are expected to know more of these examples. Everybody knows H-O-N-E-S-T should not be pronounced honest. Should be pronounced honest. They know that H is silent there. They know that K-N-O-W should not be pronounced Kuno. They know it should be pronounced no, K is silent there. But why don't they know T-O-M-B and D-U-M-B? Because their exposure is limited. And most importantly, their sources from where they learn, okay, those sources are substandard. Most of us depend on our teachers for our correct pronunciation. We listen to the teacher and we kind of repeat what our teacher says. Because the teacher doesn't say kano, we never say kano. Because our teacher doesn't say honest, so we don't say honest. But if your teacher says dumb, then you will also start saying dumb. And how can this all change? When teachers start saying the right thing. When will the teachers start saying the right thing? Well, they realize that to learn English, they need to go out of the books. They have to expose themselves to the real language. Okay. Otherwise, people like me will not be able to make much of a difference to society, to knowledge, people's knowledge. Dumb. By the way, dumb means somebody. Yes, Sakib.
Thumb is correct.
Good one. Good example. Thumb. Okay. Thumbs up, not thumb. 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 It sounds like a South Indian. Thamba. Thamba. Okay.
It is Marathi, sir, not South Indian.
Is Marathi language not South Indian?
Is Maharashtra
Is it
South?
Yeah.
Is Maharashtra part of South India or North India, my dear?
Okay.
Actually, again, here comes the same thing. It happens with me as well. Sometimes your brain was to think in a certain way. When you guys think of South Indian languages, you think of Kannada, you think of Tamil, you think of Telugu.
Yeah.
Am I right, Nikhil?
Yes, yes.
Marathi is also South, not for the South, but it is South. Okay. Moving on. You have done some dumb things in your life, but this is the dumbest. This was 1984. Okay, it happened in, this
1984.
conversation happened in 1984. It was the time of the year of 1984. This was 1984. Understand here, this was 1984. Yes, Aman? Dumb, yes. Dumb has two meanings. One meaning of dumb is someone who can't speak is called dumb, okay? If you can't speak, you are deaf. I'm sorry, dumb. Deaf and dumb. Deaf and dumb, yeah. News bulletins for deaf and dumb. The deaf and the dumb. So the deaf cannot hear and the dumb cannot speak, okay?
Speak.
Now, sometimes what happens, you can't say anything, not because you don't have a voice, but because you don't have the knowledge. So you become dumb, okay? So sometimes you stand there like a dumb, means dumb can also be used to mean stupid, okay? A stupid person, okay? A dumb idea is a good idea or a bad idea? Very bad idea. It will flop or it will succeed. Flop, okay? It will flop. Dumb. You are so dumb. You are so dumb. You say this to a student. You are so dumb. What are you saying? You're very clever.
No.
You are very, yeah, foolish. You're very foolish. Yeah, you're dumb. You're so dumb. Who is the dumbest here? Who is the dumbest in this class?
I am.
Who did you say, Mukarram?
I said, sir, I am. I am the dumbest.
You did exactly what I did. I raised my hand and he said, it's me. Okay. This was 1984. And so dumb is clear. Dumb has two meanings. One, a person who cannot speak is dumb. Okay. Dumb is a noun. Dumb is he is a dumb. Dumb is an adjective, clearly. A dumb idea. Don't be so dumb. So dumb is an adjective too. But I think it is a noun as well, which means a deaf and a dumb. Yeah, it works as a noun as well. Dumb works as a noun too. A dumb means a person who cannot speak. Okay, dumb people. Dumb is an adjective. Dumb is an adjective, and dumb adjective. Dumb adjective. Dumb isn't a noun. Dumb isn't a noun. I was expecting dumb to be a noun too. Don't be the dumb people. Just dumb, stupid. Okay. And dumb is an adjective, unable to speak. Children like this described as deaf and dumb. Okay. Okay. This is where I was fooled by my mother tongue influence. You see, in Hindi, we can use a deaf, ek bahir, ek gunga tha. We say that or not? Right? Ek gunga tha. So here, gunga works as a noun in this Hindi sentence, right? But in English, you will have to say there was a dumb person. There was a dumb person. Okay. Okay, listen to these sentences. Listen to this one. She was struck dumb by what she had seen. She was struck dumb by what she had seen. It means what she saw made her lose her voice. She couldn't say a word. She was totally shocked. She was totally shocked. She was struck dumb. She was struck dumb by what she had seen. She was struck dumb by what she had seen. It means what she saw made her lose her voice. She could not say. Sometimes you see something that shocks you so much that you can't utter a word, right? So dumb, basically. Okay. Okay, guys. Um, over time, some words have become a bit more, I will say, rude. Okay. So you don't describe somebody as dumb. You say he has got a speech impairity. He is a speech impaired. He is speech impaired. Suppose there is somebody who can't speak, you can describe them as dumb, of course. There was a time with the word was okay, but today some people might not like to use this word to describe someone who can't speak. They might want to use something which is more respectful. Oh, he is speech impaired. He is speech impaired. If you describe somebody as a speech impaired, you are saying that that person cannot speak very well. Okay? Speech impaired. Severely speech impaired. Okay. Okay. So this was 1984. This was 1984. This was 1984. The beer industry in America was in a bad way. Was in a bad way. Bad way. Bad. Bad way. Repeat. Again, bad, no, bad. Yes. Can you repeat that? Right. Is this what I asked you to say? BAD. Remember this. BAD is yes, bad. Okay, it's not bad. Bad. Lips touch together when we say B. Okay, bad. This is a little bit of a, I will say, tongue twister. Okay, some people will find it no problems, Nikhil. Okay. So bad way. Most of you will find it a bit difficult to pronounce. I do. I struggle with this pronunciation. Bad way. Bad way. I'm trying my best here right now, but I know there are times when I get it wrong. Okay. So guys, whenever you have to pronounce B, it is b, bad. Okay. Bad way. Everybody just say it in a bad way.
Bad way.
Yeah.
Bad way.
Bad way.
Bad bay.
No, Sanjeev, you didn't get it right, Sanjeev. Sometimes
Bad
going
way,
to
sir.
Sanjeev, try again.
Bad way.
Yeah, bad way. Yeah.
Yes.
Neha, would you like to give it a try? A bad way.
Bad way.
Yep, Neha, that's right. So it
Yes.
is in a bad way. The beer industry in America was in a bad way. The problem is it's a tongue twister because when we say ba in bad, then naturally we end up saying bay instead of way. Okay. Otherwise, we sometimes pronounce wad instead of bad because the two sounds are so similar that it is difficult to differentiate them when you have to say them back to back. There are lots of tongue twisters with B and W, and I accept that I'm going to struggle with them because I don't have a lot of a very clear speech. There are times when I stutter. There are times when I mix up sounds. You see, and these are not very good things about a teacher. I cannot be very proud. Normally, teachers should be strong. This should not be a weak point for a language teacher. They should be able to read tongue twisters more clearly. Anyways, bad way. You can practice this. All you need to know is ba comes when you touch the lips. Ba, babu, baby. Okay. And W is wa, not ba. Okay. Once you know that in your mind, you can keep practicing on your own. So what was in a bad way? The beer industry in America. And the family business was suffering. Did you get that right, everybody? Was suffering?
Yes, sir.
Why can't we use has suffered? Of
Because
simple reason. We
there is
have
a
the
reason.
definite time reference. We have a definite time reference. In 1984, the beer industry was in a bad way and the family business was suffering. Okay. At that time, Harvard graduate Jim. Go ahead, guys.
Was earning a high salary as a business consultant.
Was earning a high salary as a business
a high
consultant.
salary.
He was earning
As a
at that time
business
Harvard
consultant.
graduate. Harvard graduate Jim. Harvard graduate Jim. It means Jim graduated from Harvard University, right?
Harvard.
Yeah. Okay. So Harvard graduate Jim was earning a high salary as a business consultant.
But he wasn't enjoying it.
But
I want your attention on this expression, a high salary. Okay.
High salary.
Do we say ऊंचा salary? ऊंची तनख्वाह? Perhaps we say that. Maybe we say that. I don't know. But the point is, a high salary is not a very difficult word to say. If you have read a high salary, you will be able to use a high salary phrase because high is a common word. Salary is a common word. But someone who has never read them together will never put them together. Someone who has never seen high and salary together will never put them together. That's how it works, guys. This is why I keep encouraging you to give yourself exposure by watching videos, serials, series, read jokes, listen to songs, read novels, do whatever that interests you. Do anything that interests you. Do whatever interests you, okay? But please give yourself exposure because when you're reading, certain phrases will come to your notice and you will start using them. A high salary. He was earning a high salary as a business consultant, but he wasn't enjoying it. He wasn't enjoying it. So, despite his father's disapproval, learn. Sahil, you are here, right, Sahil? Pay attention, Sahil. Despite his father's disapproval, remember his father's reaction? When he suggested that he wanted to join the family business, did his father say, yeah, good idea? Or he said, no, not a good idea? His father said it was the dumbest idea. So despite his father's disapproval, okay, disapproval, his father's disapproval, read the line. Despite his father's disapproval, his father's disapproval, disapproval. Okay, his father's disapproval. I would like to know from you, what is the part of a speech of the word disapproval? Everybody, quickly answer.
Non.
What is the part of a speech of the word disapproval?
Maybe it's non.
Okay. What other people, what do you guys think? What is the part of a speech of the word disapproval? Silence means confusion. Yes, Sabha? Noun.
Noun.
It is a noun.
It is noun, sir.
It is a noun. His father's apostrophe is possessive adjective. So you of course need what? You need a noun after that, okay? Disapproval. Now, what did his father say? No, not good idea, okay? Not a good idea. So when somebody agrees with you, they give you approval or disapproval. When they agree with you, they give you approval or they give you disapproval.
Approval.
And when
Agree.
they say, no, I don't agree with you, then they give you approval or disapproval?
Disapproval.
Right.
Disapproval.
Okay.
Disapproval.
Some of you are learning English despite your family's disapproval, maybe. Some of you are learning English despite your family's disapproval. It means maybe your family members told you, I've heard this before, okay? I've heard people say, it's enough, no need to continue. No need to continue. Parents also do not understand sometimes why it is important for their children to learn English for 2 years or 3 years if they want to at least get to a level where they won't really be rejected. That as simple as that. You won't ever know all English, trust me. Even I don't know all the English that exists, okay? But I know enough to just get by, okay? So similarly, you guys need to learn enough to get by. And for that, you need to spend 2-3 years learning outside the school. Otherwise, 10 years at school is enough. Again, if I am supposed to teach a child from LKG, UKG, or class 2, 3 to class 10, then it is going to be easy for me because I can plan my, teaching small lessons every day, small lessons every day. But again, these syllabus books that we have, course books, like BTBC books and NCERT books, I'm sorry, they will not be useful. You will not be able to help with those books so much. Then you will need the help from other teachers as well. Those English medium schools, if they leave everything for the English language teacher, it won't work. They will have to have other teachers who speak English too. Then you will have a student speak English at the age 14, 15. Yes, Sabah.
So, Yusuf says, stop learning, Ammi. I will read now. Take rest, please.
Stop learning English, Mummy, Ammi, and after that?
I will read now. Take rest, please.
I
will read.
I will read.
I will teach. Sorry, learn.
Okay, okay. अभी तक read पे चिपकी हुई हैं आप, हाँ? बचपन से एक ही वर्ड सीखा हम लोगों ने पढ़ने के लिए, read.
No, sir, learn.
Read is reading letters, reading something like that, okay? But here you are talking about learning. He says, now your time is up, mom. You should stop and let me learn. That's what he's saying, right, Sabah?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you should understand and respect his feelings, Some children, how old is Yusuf, Sabah?
Sir, 6 years old.
Okay, 6 years old. Well, I take his words more lightly, but sometimes what happens, some children actually they feel both ways. My wife these days is like, I can tell you, I feel really sorry for her. She has exams on I think 6th or 8th of, yep, her exams are starting, and she has 2-3 exams and she's working really hard. She goes to bed at around 11, 12. She gets up at 5. She doesn't go to sleep during the day. And she has to do a little bit of housework. My mom is helping as much as she can. Everybody's helping, but still, ideally, she should just sit in the room and study all day, nothing else. But that is not the situation. The situation is far from it, okay? It's a very different situation. She has to give 10, 11 hours to other things as well. Despite that, she's working. And sometimes I, as a husband, feel very ignored, that all the time she has to study. She has to study. Even in the class, when she's teaching, she's planning her lessons differently these days. She gives them things to do, and she sits there at the back, and she is listening to her YouTube videos. She's studying online. Hey, Niyar, you understand what I just said? I said, ideally, she should sit in a room and study. What does that mean? Exactly what you said. Sometimes you talk like, I find it very difficult. You heard me say the same thing, that ideally she should sit in a room and just study, nothing else. But she has so many responsibilities, as a woman, as a mother. And I have great, great respect for women who take care of their family and work as well, So I feel ignored, and honestly, I get annoyed inside. My first reaction is annoyance. My first reaction is annoyance. I feel, what are you doing? But then I realize, oh, she's not doing it for herself. She's doing it for all of us. I should support her. That's my second reaction, I must tell you, okay? So if there are family members who feel annoyed with their moms studying, I understand that. Sometimes my daughter says something like that, Mummy has to study all the time. I say, but understand how big this challenge is. She's doing it for, PGT, post-graduation. What is that? Post, whatever. Yeah, for 11, 12th. Yeah, for 11, 12th. And it's very difficult. I have tremendous respect for her that she is not intimidated by the challenge. She's taking the challenge head on and I can see how hard she's working. I've told her, whether you get it or not, no problems, you just tried your best with the limited time you had, and I know she never had a very good foundation as a student. She never studied well. She comes from a village, of course, you see, and in Bihar, how you pass exams and everything. So I'm happy that she's tried. I actually respect her more than myself for this trying, because I didn't try as hard as she did. If I had tried as hard as she did, I would have made something, some sort of career. Absolutely. So yeah, despite my warnings, you came here. I told you not to come, and you came. Despite my warnings, you came. Okay, so it means you ignored the warning or you valued the warning. So when you do something despite, it means that thing does not impact you. Please. Despite taking the medicine, his condition did not improve. He took the medicine, but the medicine did not show any impact. His condition was supposed to get better, improve, because he took medicine, but no. Despite my help, she could not pass the exam. Despite my help, okay, it means my help was supposed to help her pass, but it proved to be nothing, useless, despite my help. Think of some more example sentences, okay? Despite something, it means that something does not have an impact. Okay. So that person threatened me. If you came to my village, I'm gonna kill you. I would kill you if you came to my village. He threatened me. Okay. I said, all right. I went to his village despite his threat. I went to his village
Despite his threat.
despite his threat. He told me, if you came to my village, Vinay, I would kill you. Okay. I said, all right, I'll see. And I went to his village. I went to his village despite his threat. Any problems? Okay. Okay. Despite the fact that he was wearing a helmet, he still had to pay. Right? He still had to pay. Why? Why? If he was wearing a helmet, why? I mean, a sentence is fine, but that will make me feel like, why did he have to pay if he was wearing a helmet?
For shoes, for license.
Because his helmet was not buckled.
Tired.
His helmet was not
Buckled.
buckled. Yes, that's true.
Buckled.
If you are wearing a helmet, but if it is not buckled, they can still fine you. Yeah, true.
Fine you.
Yeah. Despite is clear. Despite his father's disapproval. Despite his poor financial condition. Despite his poor financial condition, he donated 1,000 rupees. He donated What does it mean? The person was not very rich. His condition was not very good, but it didn't matter. He donated 1,000 rupees. So I hope you understand the use of despite. Everybody?
Sir, I am able to learn
Yes, sir.
despite a few minor problems.
Very good, Sabha. Very good, Sabha. Perfect. Despite a few problems in her life, she is, being regular. Okay, good. Other people, do you have any example sentences with the word despite? It's a nice word, it helps you so much when you're talking to somebody. Okay, my wife, I gave her a very beautiful sari as a gift, and she was still not happy. So what can I say? Despite my beautiful, expensive, beautiful gift, okay, despite my expensive, beautiful gift, she wasn't happy with me. Okay, means the gift did not help the situation. Now, everybody has understood. I want a sentence from you because I'm going to take you to another level with the word despite. Just give me an example, please, everybody. And then I'll give you a very interesting sentence. Very few people in Biharship or places like Biharship understand that sentence. Go ahead, try.
Despite all my effort, my mother-in-law isn't happy with me.
Ah, Sabah, so sad to hear that. I'm really sorry. Is that true, Sabah?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so sad. Why can't she see this? As a woman, you are doing so much. I need to talk to your mother-in-law. Or maybe Imrana needs to talk to her, or Shahid. Go ahead, guys. Give me an example. Mukarram, Neha.
I'm not able to frame any example. Sorry for that.
It's so simple.
Yes, sir. I made that in previous, but
And I know the sentence from your team.
I also know, sir.
It's simple sentence from your team, on your team, Sasha. It's very easy.
I don't want to make, sir. I'm not able
Despite
to
her
make.
promise, despite
Despite,
making a promise,
okay.
despite making a promise, okay? She did not
Yes.
come. Yeah, she
And
did not come.
I was thinking, sir, despite all his loyalty, she double-crossed him.
Come again,
That's
Nikhil.
not like that.
Despite
All
his.
despite all his loyalty.
Lovely, Nikhil. Very good.
Mm.
Despite all his dedication and loyalty for her,
She
she
double-crossed him.
did not stop herself from, double crossing him. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not like that, Nikhil. You can, you just made a sentence.
Sahil
That's
No, no, no.
okay, but
I
Sahil
just
Babua,
made a sentence.
Sahil Babua. I hope you can speak today.
Yes, sir, I can.
So I have to say the same thing that I said to Sabah. I would like you to be a little vocal in the class. Okay, Sabah gave two examples. She paid attention to my advice. When I teach something like this, I would like you not to write your example in the message box, in the chat box. I want you to just give that example orally, okay, and not just one. Think about your life. Think about your life and keep coming with sentences with the word despite. 2, 3, 4, maybe, and everybody else who has not said anything. If you understand other people's sentences, you can think of your own sentences as well. Try to listen to others carefully, understand what they're saying. Despite Shahid's loyalty, his girlfriend double-crossed him.
Fights my mama's scold me. I haven't made his ATM pin.
Despite
My mama's scold me. I haven't made his ATM pin.
your maternal uncle, you mean to say, your uncle, right?
Yes, sir.
Notice something, everybody. Mukarram's sentence gave you an opportunity to learn something more about the word despite. Despite his father's disapproval. Disapproval is a noun, right? So despite is a preposition. Despite is a preposition. Think about it. Despite Saba's good efforts, everything despite all her efforts, her mother-in-law is not happy with her. Okay. So despite all her efforts, so this despite is a preposition. Despite is a preposition, and that's why Mukarram sentence is not correct grammatically, because Mukarram used a sentence before despite. He said, despite my mama's
Told me.
my mama told me. Despite my mama told me. No, no. In Hindi, everybody speaks Hindi here, so I'm going to translate this. मेरे मामा के कहने के बाद भी मैंने पिन नहीं बनाया, बावजूद भी मैंने पिन नहीं बनाया. ठीक है? तो यहाँ आप जो हिंदी में बोल रहे हो सही है, लेकिन इन इंग्लिश डिस्पाइट इज अ प्रीपोजिशन, तो आपको नाउन फॉर्म में डालना पड़ेगा उसको. माय मामा टोल्ड मी नाउन नहीं है, माय मामा टोल्ड मी क्या है? एक सेंटेंस क्लॉज हो गया. माय मामा टोल्ड मी. यहाँ डिस्पाइट हिज फादर स्टॉप्ड हिम नहीं है, डिस्पाइट हिज फादर्स डिसअप्रूवल. तो यू नीड टू चेंज दैट. तो कैसे चेंज कर सकते हैं? तो मेरे मामा के बार बार बोलने के बाद भी मैंने नहीं बनाया. राइट? डिस्पाइट माय अंकल्स कांस्टेंट रिमाइंडर्स. डिस्पाइट माय अंकल्स कांस्टेंट reminders, I did not make the ATM pin.
I did not remember it.
Did you understand that?
Yes,
So
sir. I did.
everybody, did you notice that despite is a preposition? You cannot put a sentence. If you want to put a sentence, notice what I did. I said, despite the fact, and then you may say the sentence, despite the fact that my mama told me so many times, I did not make the ATM pin. Okay? Despite the fact that, if you don't have a noun form, then despite the fact is a noun, no? Despite the fact, you used a preposition. Now go with the sentence. Despite the fact that she knew all my intentions, despite the fact that she knew my intentions, she lied to everybody. She lied to everybody. मैं बहुत बेकार सा सेंटेंस बोल रहा हूँ. It's not very clear. बहुत कुछ कॉन्टेक्स्ट में छुपा हुआ है. ओके, जो मैंने बोला मेरे दिमाग में बहुत कुछ है, मैं अभी बोल नहीं पाया, इसमें ऐड नहीं किया. मतलब यहाँ क्या चल रहा है सिचुएशन? That she knew my intentions. Okay, what I wanted to do, but she lied to everybody. It could go either way. My intentions were good. She lied about them to everybody. She said, "अरे आदमी का इरादा खराब." Despite the fact that she knew my intentions very well. Okay, and maybe my intentions were very bad, and she lied to everybody. She was on my side to help me. So, you know, it was an open-ended sentence. You could have interpreted it anyway. Anyways, something easy. Because my classes are all spontaneous, you know, I don't prepare, and I don't like preparing actually, you know. Why don't I? If I were to teach a grammar class now, maybe I would prepare a little bit. Okay, maybe, I'm not very sure I would, but maybe. I like doing this. Can I tell you, I posted this video now yesterday. I like doing things. Yeah, I recorded another video before that. Okay, and it was much better. There was only one problem with that I made one prepositional error in an English sentence, and I just felt a little bit nervous posting that, because there was a prepositional error there, you know. And yeah, I feel really bad about it, why I care so much. So what if there was a prepositional error? I could have corrected it in the comment box as well. That video, I am more energetic there, and that was more spontaneous. I did not prepare much. That was my second take. The video that I posted was my second take, and it was not as good as the first one. I don't know. I'm always better when I do something spontaneously without preparation. This is how I feel. Perhaps because I don't prepare hard enough, maybe. A lot of people, prepare first, write, make a script, and then they record, right? I prefer to just record. Maybe I will learn later. Despite all my efforts, the channel did not grow. Despite quality content, the channel did not grow as much as I expected or I had expected. Okay. Go ahead, people. Give me sentences with the word despite.
Despite my illness, I came to work.
Oh, Neha. Don't say this to your mom. She will be very upset. Okay. Moms can't take this when their daughters are sick and they go to work.
It's just a
Okay.
sentence, sir.
Oh, it's just a sentence. I don't want just a sentence, Neha. I want a sentence from your life. Remember that.
Yeah,
Just a
yesterday I
sentence.
was not feeling good, but I went to office.
Yeah, fine. So just want to tell you this, Neha, if you remember when you were in my class many years ago, I used to tell people, don't give me just a sentence. Because just a sentence se feel nahi aata na, ab kya bolte ho?
Yes, sir,
Then
yes,
you
sir.
talk
It's
about your real life,
relatable.
then you connect with that word better. You relate to that word better. Other people, those who have not spoken, please go ahead quickly, despite. I have a sentence. Girls, close your ears. Okay.
Mm.
This sentence is only for boys.
Close and yeah.
Okay, sir.
Despite
Despite my goodness, I only got bad.
what do you mean? Say it in Hindi. मेरी अच्छाइयों के बाद भी
I only is what bad or bad
अच्छाइयों
thing?
के बाद भी अच्छाइयों के बावजूद भी मुझे बुराई मिली.
Yes.
Okay. Despite my illness. Okay. Despite Indian team's good form, India didn't win the World Cup. Yeah, I respect that kind of sentence. Well done. Okay. Because you know when in real life you're going to use this. Lovely. This is what I mean, guys. Your friend Aman in the class has said, despite Indian team's good form, okay, they could not win the World Cup. Okay, after good form, there will be a comma, just like here. Despite his father's disapproval, there is a comma, punctuation mark. Okay, everybody? But agar ulta likh do na, Indian team could not win the World Cup despite its good form. Okay, कोई comma नहीं चाहिए. ठीक है? इधर से चलते हैं. The Indian team could not win the World Cup despite its good form. Okay? Chalo, I don't know. Saqib, Faizan, Ruqayya, Rakhi, you guys have not spoken. Imrana, but I'm going to go to the second level of the word despite. Try to understand this sentence. Our country, India, did not progress because of the politicians. It progressed despite the politicians. अब क्या मतलब निकाला इस सेंटेंस का? Everybody. ये ऐसा सेंटेंस है जो बार बार आएंगे आपके सामने. पॉलिटिशियन की जगह कुछ और होगा, लेकिन not because of, despite. Okay. Our country did not make progress because of our politicians. Our country made progress despite them. कुछ समझ में आ रहा है? Hello, are you guys there?
Yes, sir.
So please respond. Did you understand what I said?
Yes, sir.
Our country did not make progress because of politicians, but despite them. But despite them.
I don't understand. Sorry.
हमारा देश तरक्की नहीं
After
पॉलिटिशियन
the
की
birth,
वजह से
sir.
तरक्की नहीं कर सका, नहीं किया.
Our country made progress. Our country made progress not because of our politicians,
Yeah.
but
But despite
despite
them,
them.
But if I
our country
But
make a without the politicians.
country made progress not because of our politicians, but despite them. कोई बताएगा what I said in Hindi? अब यहाँ पर आप लोग बहुत मुझे लेट डाउन कर रहे हो. जब इतने अच्छे से डिस्पाइट समझ गए थे तो इमेजिनेशन क्यों यूज नहीं कर रहे हो? हमारा देश प्रोग्रेस किया, आवर कंट्री मेड प्रोग्रेस नॉट
Yeah.
बिकॉज ऑफ आवर पॉलिटिशियन, हमारे पॉलिटिशियन की वजह से नहीं, बट डिस्पाइट देम. मतलब
उनके रहने के बावजूद,
उनके रहने के बावजूद भी. बिल्कुल सवा. तो बताइए इससे क्या मैं साबित कर रहा हूं कि हमारे पॉलिटिशियन ने देश के उन्नति में योगदान दिया या उन्नति रोकने में योगदान दिया?
रोकने में.
वही तो मैंने कहा. अगर मैं कहूं डिस्पाइट हर डिफिकल्ट सर्कमस्टांसेस शी मैनेज टू बिकम एन आईएएस ऑफिसर, तो हर डिफिकल्ट सर्कमस्टांसेस ने उसके लिए रास्ते में रोड़े बनाए ना.
Yeah.
She managed to become an IAS officer despite her difficult situation, difficult circumstances. तो मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, उसके खराब स्थितियों के बाद भी, यानी कि खराब स्थितियों ने रोका ना, तो हमारे पॉलिटिशियन के बावजूद भी हम लोग आगे तरक्की किए. यानी पॉलिटिशियन ने तरक्की में हेल्प किया या रोका? तो ये है नेगेटिव बोलना किसी को. अब मेरी एक लाइन सुनिएगा. यू गाइस डोंट बिकम नॉलेजेबल बिकॉज ऑफ स्कूल्स. I believe you become knowledgeable despite schools. अब मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं? You don't learn because of schools. You learn despite schools. मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं? स्कूल की वजह से आप नहीं सीखे हो. आप स्कूल गए फिर भी आप सीखे. इसका मतलब स्कूल एक्चुअली आपको सीखने से रोक रहा है. और ये बात बिल्कुल सही है कई स्कूल्स के बारे में. 100% सच है कि आपकी जो पर्सनालिटी थी बचपन में, जो आप थे 5 साल की उम्र में, 4 साल की उम्र में, व्हेन यू स्टार्टेड स्कूल, उसको बदल के रख दिया उन लोगों ने. आपको कचरा कर दिया. आपने वहां से सीखा नहीं है. आप उसके बावजूद बेहतर हुए हैं, जो और बेहतर हो सकते थे अगर वहां नहीं गए होते तो. जो अच्छे स्कूल में नहीं गए, जो खराब स्कूल में गए, ना जाते तो बेहतर था. बोले तो ना जाते तो कहाँ जाते? सवाल ये है. एटलीस्ट यू गाइज वुड हैव योर नेचुरल क्यूरियोसिटी इन यू. That is what has been taken away from you. Your natural curiosity. As a child, I'm pretty sure you were curious. That's how most people are. Most children are. My nephew, my wife's nephew, Ankush, that boy, he doesn't know much. He doesn't spend much time studying. But his mind, if I have to rate his mind, I'll rate it 8.5 out of 10. Easily. He's very clever. He can hear me. नाम लिया उसका, देखो उधर से झांक रहा है. अरे चोर, इधर. ओके. क्या नाम सुन के इधर आ गया?
He will live long, sir.
नहीं, he was sitting in the next room. He was studying,
Okay, that's another thing.
Yeah. So I called him Arey Chor. So do you think that I disrespected him? Maybe, but not
No.
in my way. I believe that I like this thing about our Indian culture, that we disrespect only on the in words. Deep inside we have love and care, right? And you
Yeah.
know what I said about him, right? But I will talk like this with the people I'm comfortable with, people I love. I don't really show it to them all the time by being nice to them. I do it outside my house, my family, but in my family, I like to be this way. Okay. They should be strong, If somebody calls me Buddha, my daughter sometimes calls me, you old man, don't talk to me, then I don't feel like, oh, she offended me. I don't know. I think inside a family, people should have that kind of freedom, it's not that she's angry with me and she calls me, you old man. Not like that. Okay. Despite is clear? हाँ, मेरा सेंटेंस सुनना लड़कों के लिए जो था. What is that thing called? What is that thing called? Bowel movement medicine that assists bowel movement. There is a word for them, na?
Viagra?
Laxatives. Okay, laxatives. Okay. Okay, laxatives. Okay, laxative, you guys know laxative, guys? Laxative is a chemical, is something, not always chemical, is something that helps you when you have constipation, constipation, when you go in the morning and you are sitting there, and you come out, oh, not very good, So that's constipation, okay? And in Hindi, we call it kabj, of course. I didn't have to explain it that much. I should have simply translated. Okay, constipation is kabj. And laxative is something that you take to get rid of constipation, okay? So, for example, isabgol ki bhusi, that's a good, laxative. Do you guys know any other laxative, guys, from in your family they use? Something that they use? Yeah, take a look, take a look here. It's right here. Fibogel. Isfagula husk, isabgol ki bhusi. That's a very, very good laxative. When we were young kids, and whenever we had that problem as a kid, my mom used to give us isabgol ki bhusi, and tasted great. Do you with sugar? We mix it in water, sugar, isabgol ki bhusi. Okay. So, suno, ladko, ladkiyan, chhod de, dhyan na de. Okay. Despite the good amount of laxative Sahil took, his constipation did not go away. Sahil, you need to do something else. Okay. So despite his father's disapproval, despite is clear, guys. Okay. I did not get to this position because of you, but despite you. I did not get to this position because of you, but despite you. आप किसी को बोल रहे हैं झगड़े में, तोर वजह से नहीं पहुंचे लियो जा, तू कितना कोशिश करना रोके के तब यू पहुंच गए लियो, राइट? तो आप इस तरह से उल्टा कर देते हैं कि तुमने मदद नहीं की, उल्टे परेशान किया. Not because of you, despite you. Despite his father's disapproval. Disapproval is a no, disagree, you say it is not okay. Okay, you wanted to have a career in playing cricket field, okay, in cricket, and your father said, no, that's not good. So your father gave you disapproval, okay? So disapprove is the verb and noun is disapproval. What is the verb? Disapprove. So you make sentence like this. I disapprove of women smoking. I disapprove of women smoking. What did I say? I disapprove of what? Women smoking. Women smoke and I don't support that. I said, no, you must not smoke. Okay. I disapprove of smoking altogether, but in particular, women smoking. Okay. I disapprove of smoking, but I disapprove of women smoking in particular, especially those women who are going to be a mother. Those who have already given birth to a baby and they're not going to be a mother again, all right. Smoking is bad for you, just like it is bad for men. But those who are going to be a mother, I really, really disapprove of those women smoking. Disapprove of. I disapprove of my students speaking Hindi in the class unnecessarily. I disapprove of my students speaking Hindi in the class. I don't say it is okay. I don't disapprove of women wearing clothes they want, whether revealing or not so revealing. Two, either no, TOO2. I don't know about that, sperm killer or not. I don't know. I'm not worried about sperm. You young people are more worried about them. You have some task to, perform. So it doesn't bother me anymore. Yeah, good for you. Stop smoking then. Don't use the word either, use the word too. Your sentence was wrong with the word either. It kills sperms too. Okay. So where was I? I was talking about disapprove. Approve is the positive word. I approve of, something. It means I say it is good. You know that India has, taken care of 16 of its, what we can say, people, who were hatching conspiracies. They were against India, and India has taken care of 16 of them in last 12 months, in last 1 year. You just watched that video. What Niger and some people in Pakistan, some people here and there. In last 1 year, 16 of these people have been taken care of. Okay, I approve of this strategy. I approve of this strategy. It means I do not have a problem with that. Yeah, fine. Pannu should die as well. Okay, those people who think of making our country weak by breaking our country into parts, I cannot stand with them. Yeah, in another part, means I believe in global government and all that, but right now I know the kind of world I live in, the reality. So I want to have a strong, safe house. If you were here, very good, Shahid. Hello, guys. Can you say hello to me? Say hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
100, this is if
Okay,
you are
guys.
more than 100.
Yeah. Okay. I want to tell you this, that approve and disapprove. I said I approve of Indian, agencies killing its traitors or its enemies outside in the other countries. I approve of it. And I told you might say, yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
My friend married a boy, even her parents disapproved him.
Disapproved him? Nahi. You didn't notice that. Disapproved of that marriage. Disapproved of that marriage.
Okay, sir.
शादी से उनको दिक्कत है ना. Disapproved him? No. Disapproved of his marriage to that girl. Okay. Your friend married a girl. Your male friend or female friend?
Female, sir.
Your female friend married a guy despite her family's disapproval. Despite her family's disapproval. ये धीरे धीरे आएगा. ये जो फिनिश है ना सेंटेंस, ये पढ़ने से आता है. आप समझ तो गए हैं, लेकिन इससे बहुत अच्छे सेंटेंस नहीं बनाएंगे आप, लेकिन उसके लिए खूब पढ़ना भी होगा. जैसे मैंने कैसे बोला उसी बात का, जैसे वो बोल रही थी. मैंने कहा her friend married a guy of her choice despite her family's disapproval. मतलब क्लियर है ना कि उसकी फैमिली ने क्या कहा, नहीं होगा, फिर भी उसने किया. ओके, want to just, I'm giving you the reason why I said that I support and I approve of India's, Indian agencies killing its enemies on foreign soil, in other countries. In 1400, guys, in 600 years ago, if you were in Delhi 1400 years ago, okay, then a man would come to you city. His name would be Timur or Tamur Lung, because he was lame, and he massacred so many people in Delhi that there was exactly right, a pile of heads, very, very high. You can go and read about it, how high that was. Why could he do that? Because our territories were not safe. So you can never dismiss that possibility even today. In 1962, what happened? China attacked India. 61, 62. So if you are not a strong country today, if you do not have the capabilities to defend yourself against your aggressive neighbors, then this might happen again. You might be butchered, you might be killed again. So that's why I approve of these. Otherwise, I do not approve of human killing ever. But here, in this case, yes, because these people, for money, they are doing it for money, basically. Their main motivation is money. All these people, Pannu, Nijar, they are all living in other countries. They are getting a lot of monetary support from countries which want to see India as a weak country like China and Pakistan and all. They support these people financially, and that's why for money they're doing it. So of course I'll approve of their murder, their killing. Approve of something, disapprove of something. किसी चीज की तरफ सपोर्ट कर देना, किसी चीज को गलत बोलना, ठीक है? किसी आदमी के किसी एक्शन को करना, तो वो बताता हूँ। मुझे लड़कियों के जीन्स पहनना सही नहीं लगता। I disapprove of women wearing jeans. अब ये ग्रामर के लिए women's करना पड़ेगा। I disapprove of women's wearing jeans. Okay? ऐसे आप women wearing jeans भी बोल सकते हैं, not a big deal. But grammatically correct होगा women's wearing jeans, girls wearing jeans. Okay? Apostrophe s. लड़कियों के जीन्स पहनने से मुझे प्रॉब्लम है, ठीक है? आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड। मैं लिव इन रिलेशनशिप को अप्रूव करता हूं, मतलब उसके मुझे कोई दिक्कत नहीं, मैं उसमें सपोर्ट देता हूं। हाँ ठीक है, सही है। आई अप्रूव ऑफ लिव इन रिलेशनशिप्स। आई अप्रूव ऑफ लिव इन रिलेशनशिप्स। तो यू अप्रूव ऑफ समथिंग, यू डिसअप्रूव ऑफ समथिंग। ओके, आई अप्रूव ऑफ पीपल और पीपल्स अगर ग्रामेटिकली करेक्ट होना चाहेंगे तो, क्योंकि I approve of people's living together before marriage. I approve of people's living together before marriage. हिंदी में बोलेंगे, लोगों के शादी के पहले एक साथ रहने को मैं अप्रूव करता हूँ, मुझे खराब नहीं लगता। ठीक भैया, रहो, तुम्हारी मर्जी, जिसको जैसे रहना रहो। Okay, so like that. Approve of and disapprove of. उससे नाउन बनता है approval and disapproval. आपको मेरी अप्रूवल की क्या परवाह है? लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई एम आस्किंग माई मदर समथिंग, एंड शी सेज, तुमको क्या फर्क पड़ता है, हमको अच्छा लगे बुरा लगे? सिंस व्हेन डिड यू केयर अबाउट माई अप्रूवल और डिसअप्रूवल? सिंस व्हेन?
Since when did you care?
Yeah. Have you cared? Since when have you cared about my approval or disapproval? Okay. I hope you understand approval and disapproval. Approve and disapprove verbs, and nouns, approval and disapproval. Okay.
I don't never ask that, but I just want to know that word since when. It's very useful for me. I often want to use in English, but I was not able to make that sentence since when.
इसका वजह यह है कि आपने कभी होमवर्क नहीं किया। आपने कभी होमवर्क नहीं किया। अगर आप होमवर्क करते, अगर सिंसियरली बाकी लड़कों की तरह, listen to me please everybody, and then you guys will speak. If you guys do your homework sincerely, then a lot of things you will learn that you will think you never learned, but that was part of your syllabus. Okay, let me explain. यहाँ पर एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट मैंने बात बोल दी है, since when बोल के। अगर मैं बोलूं आप कब से दिल्ली में रह रहे हैं, तो क्या बोलेंगे? since when? आप कब से दिल्ली में रह रहे हैं guys? What is the right translation? आप कब से दिल्ली में रह रहे हैं?
How long you are living?
How long have
you lived there?
in Delhi? वहां भी कब से हो गया? बट लेकिन कब से वाला सरप्राइज वाला ताना वाला बोला, तुम कब से भगवान में यकीन करने लग गया? तो वहां
you start caring me, that's like
since when have you started believing in God? Like this. Is that clear? Everybody, how long or since when में फर्क समझ में आ गया?
Yes.
How long is a normal question? You want to know the period, and since when is a rhetoric question. You are not interested in the answer. Okay? Rhetoric question are those questions which you don't ask for an answer, you just say them.
Yes.
तुम कब से मेरे को पसंद करने लग गए रे, है ना? तुम तो हमेशा मेरे खिलाफ रहता था, like this. ठीक है?
Just I know that how long, but this since when, I was stuck. So right, thank you for that.
You are welcome.
And I have to
you need to, instead of thank you, can you make a promise?
What promise?
That every time I ask you to do homework, you will do it sincerely?
Yes, I will do. If
sincerely, and you will send me the answers that you have done your homework, and you will send me personally.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, good. Because why I'm asking you to make this promise? क्योंकि अगर आपको ये अच्छा लगा है, तो मुझे पता है आप होमवर्क करने से कितना ज्यादा और सीखने वाले हो, बहुत कुछ. Otherwise, all those things will go unnoticed. Okay. So since when, everybody, जब भी आपको लगे ना, अरे तुम कब से सिगरेट छोड़ दिया रे, ऐसे है ना. Since when have you stopped smoking? Have you given up smoking? And normally in this question, since when, you go with the present perfect. Okay.
Yes. Since when you have stopped?
Have you? Since when have you? Have you? Okay.
Have
Since
you
when have
stopped?
you? Ah.
Since when I'm here.
And don't I say, sir, since when have you start carrying me?
Caring about me.
Caring,
Since when have you started caring about me? Yeah. Okay. So despite his father's disapproval, he left his job. He left his job
He left his
and
job.
decided to rebuild the family brewery business. Decided to rebuild the family brewery business. Decided to rebuild the family brewery business. So I asked you, did you learn the word brewery? And you said, oh, you were all silent. Why couldn't you say yes? अब यहाँ देखो तो पहले यहाँ पढ़ा था brew beer and यहाँ brewery business. तो noun verb noun connection नहीं पता चला. कल ही तो पढ़े थे हम लोग. We can have three words: nouns, verb, adjectives, right? So brew is a verb, brewery is a noun. A place, a setup that does the job of brewing is called a brewery. Just like, bakery. Bake is a verb. Bakery is a place where it
A
happens.
bakery.
Brew is a verb. Brewery is a place. Yes or no? Similarity? मुझे अब लगता है ना बहुत अच्छे से कि मुझे स्कूल में पढ़ाना चाहिए, क्योंकि मैं जो पढ़ाता हूँ वो सिर्फ पढ़ाई है, प्योर पढ़ाई है. अब मुझे ऐसा लगने लगा है. जैसे आपको बेक और बेकरी से कनेक्शन बताया, ब्रू ब्रूरी का कनेक्शन कितना आसानी से समझ में आ गया आपको. मुझे लगता है ये सब करने का मुझे ज्यादा फ्रीडम मिलता. मुझे ऐसा लगता है, पता नहीं, आई कुड बी रॉन्ग अगेन बिकॉज आई एम ऑफन रॉन्ग अबाउट द वर्ल्ड. ओके. But I feel that I would have more freedom if I were teaching at a school, all these things, because at least I would have a long period. But again, if they pressurize me to teach the book, then everything would be useless, because book के level पे होंगे नहीं और बताने पर वो सारा फिर से रट्टा रट्टा मारा हो
Sir,
जाएगा.
there is a sentence, sir, at the end of the text. Do what makes you happy rather than what's going to make you rich. Do what makes you happy.
I've been doing that so far, but now, I feel like I am not doing right for my family. You see, I'm not being fair to my family. That's what I feel,
Yeah.
because
Yes,
my
sir, I can
family
understand.
have a certain expectation of me, and I've been doing. Actually, sometimes I feel that I've been a bit selfish, because I've done what makes me happy. But I should think about my family a little more, I think. So coming back to this, he decided to rebuild the family brewery business. The family brewery business. He didn't want, or he wasn't wanting to compete with the big breweries.
He didn't want to.
He
He
didn't want to compete with the big breweries. He just wanted to make good quality, traditionally brewed beer. Okay?
beer.
He just wanted to
Brewed
make
beer.
good quality, traditionally brewed beer. Traditionally brewed. Okay? So, nowadays we use a lot of technology and suddenly taste changes, how can I explain this?
Yeah.
You guys cook mutton, chicken, or whatever things at home on your gas stove, and then one day you cook something on that thing, wood, okay, the traditional chulha, and suddenly that day you say, wow, the taste is so different. So everybody agrees that when you cook it on wood or coal, taste changes. It's good.
And it's really
Do you
good
agree?
for health. Yeah.
Yeah, so we are still cooking
in
meat on chula, sir, on the chula.
Yeah. So tandoor, by the way, tandoor tastes best when it is cooked in a traditional tandoor, right? Whether you talk about
Yeah,
naan or tandoori roti or tandoori chicken, you may use a microwave oven and all that, but it won't be the same thing.
From November 8 to 15, whatever I ate I that cooked on chulha.
That was cooked. That was cooked. That was cooked.
that was cooked on
cooked on
chula, yeah.
whole chulha, and it was amazing. I don't, I want that time again.
You have to go to a village, marry a village girl who doesn't mind, cooking on a traditional earthen stove.
Sir, those who live in village, they are using that that electric chula.
Oh,
Induction.
yeah.
Induction.
Even not
Induction.
induction yet. Induction. I
Hmm.
think the women from village are more lazy than what
City girls.
cities
It
girls.
is good.
Hmm.
But at home, at my home, sir, we cooked roti at chula and meat.
Oh, lovely. I don't know. I do feel that that tastes better, and I want to eat it every day. The same.
Why don't you cook on the roof, sir? Just you cook. It takes only 1 hour.
Hmm. My mom my mom might even help me, set that, chula.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
actually.
do that for good health.
Too lazy. I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy. That's the
Yeah,
that's the main
we know,
reason.
we know.
Otherwise, very much possible. Yes. Okay. So he didn't want to compete with the big breweries. He just wanted to make good quality, traditionally brewed beer. Traditionally brewed beer. Okay, beer is a noun. Brewed is an adjective. Traditionally is an adverb. Traditionally brewed beer. Traditionally brewed beer.
Brewed
Okay.
beer.
Yeah. Traditionally cooked mutton. Traditionally cooked mutton.
Traditionally cooked mutton.
All right.
Traditionally,
Yeah. You can
um,
think of so many other adverbs, adjectives, nouns like this. Okay. Beautifully decorated room. Beautifully decorated
Decorated.
beautifully
room.
decorated room.
All right. Jim discovered or has discovered his great great grandfather's German beer recipe in the attic.
Has discovered.
Jim
No,
has
Makaram, it should be discovered, because we are saying what happened next. एक तरह से
Yeah,
क्या चल रहा है? What
what
I'm
happened next?
thinking about
what happened.
his
Okay.
experience.
Yeah.
One of his
Yeah,
experience
no,
should be.
no, यहाँ पर जगह नहीं है ऐसा बात बोलने का। आप हिंदी में सोचोगे कंटिन्यूटी में तो आएगा कि जिम को मिल गया, जिम को
Yeah.
मिल गया है, नहीं मिल गया। ओके,
Actually, I mark it in first discovered. When I read, I changed the sentence.
don't worry, you will become more confident with time. Jim discovered his great great grandfather's German beer recipe in the attic. In the attic. Attic is a part of a house. Our attic
Yeah.
is a part of a house. Not in our house, because when you have those, slanted roofs, traditional
Yep,
cottage
yep.
type houses.
There
So
is
the
no
top
roof.
part is called attic. Okay. Which girl's daddy, and whose daddy was a very famous book, a girl who was saved from the Nazi Hitler's army. She hid herself in the attic and wrote a novel. What was her name? Anne.
Anne Frank, sir.
So I'm sorry, I'm struggling sort of to say the name, struggling with that name. Can you say that again, Saurabh?
Anne Frank.
Okay, so her diary. She also wrote that diary hiding herself in an attic. Okay, nobody searched her there. Okay, attic. Do you want to just Google the word attic? Okay, you'll see some photos. Attic. Attic is the top part of a house, just under the roof. Just under the roof. It's like a triangle. Okay. You see, the roofs are like this, slanted, but they put some horizontal roof so that there is a space between that roof and the bottom. Okay, so that is called attic. He didn't want, okay, so he found his grandfather's recipe in the attic, German beer recipe, and used it to create his first lager. Lager. Okay, a lager would be a certain amount of beer or something like that. वो कहते हैं ना पहला lager, Lager, type of beer originated in Bavaria. Okay, first, what is the difference between beer and lager? Bottom fermented beer need a longer rest period after the main fermentation that occurs in cold conditions compared to top fermenting beers. Okay, whatever, guys, it's a type of beer. Okay, lager.
I thought unrefined beer. I thought just because first they
So,
make beer, then they refine that, then they sell that.
So he did this. Okay, he used his recipe to create his first lager. He named it Samuel Adams after his
The 18th century. The 18th century.
after the 18th century Boston brewer. Oh, and war hero. Oh, I thought he
And
named it after his great grandfather. Okay,
yeah,
I thought he named it after his great grandfather because it was his recipe. But
but
no, he
he
named it
named
after the 18th century Boston brewer and war hero. A war hero means, you understand?
yeah.
You can easily understand a war hero who fought a war and the country respects him. Like for us, Shersa, war hero. Okay, so 18th century Boston brewer and war hero. Jim was both clever and lucky. Clever and lucky.
Clever and
His
lucky.
craft quality beer, his
Craft quality beer.
his craft quality beer hit the market at the perfect time. Okay, here the word craft is written between inverted commas. Okay, do you understand the word craft refers to some art, you know,
Yeah.
craftsmanship, craftsman, you know, when you make clothes, make, you know, chairs. And okay, 7:30 it is, guys, so I have to wrap up. We will carry on tomorrow. Okay, please practice approve, disapprove, you know, despite, and all these words in the group, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, we'll carry on. Fine.
Yes, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye, everybody. See ya.
Bye, sir.
Bye.